I'm Lauren Green. Welcome to Bias Bash. During the last GOP debate, Trump promised something worse than waterboarding for suspected terrorists, torture being no laughing matter. Should the media be asking what this worse than waterboarding possibility could be, and why Trump supports something so dangerous to U.S. standing in the world? Here with media analysis is Ellen Ratner, Bureau Chief of Talk Media News and a Fox News contributor. Welcome, Ellen.
Well, thank you very much.
Well, this idea of waterboarding, you're saying the media should be holding Trump more accountable for this kind of statement.
Well, why do you let somebody make a statement? If President Obama made a statement that he was going to do something worse than waterboarding, that would be front page of the New York Times, front page of the Washington Post, front page of the Los Angeles Times, the whole deal. And the media has just let this slide. Nobody has asked Donald Trump about what he means by worse than waterboarding. And, you know, as we know, they have used waterboarding as a recruiting tool in terms of ISIS, ISIL, and Al-Qaeda and those kind of groups.
But do you think the media really are treating Donald Trump more as a political aberration, and hence they don't really ask him the same questions? They don't hold him accountable the same way they would hold accountable someone who is I don't want to say legitimate political candidate, but, you know, more of establishment, more somebody who understands the political process?
You know, I've often said, and again, this is media analysis, that people vote for who they want in their living room in the next 4 years. Well, they've had Donald Trump in their living room on The Apprentice, but right now I think they see him in that kind of way. I think the media sees him as entertainment, not as a candidate that you need to hold their feet to the fire, similar to the way President Obama, or can you imagine if Hillary Clinton were to make a statement like that? The people would be after her like you cannot believe it. And so I think the media is letting Donald Trump have a pass because they say, oh, he just blows off his, mouth occasionally, and so what? Well, that's a big so what.
Well, see, this is the problem, though, that this is the media. This has been the way Trump has operated all along. He said some pretty incendiary things. I mean, the laundry list is pretty long of things that he said, and they ask him a couple questions, and then they go on to the next thing. I mean, again, is media treating this statement just like the other statements he's made?
Well, they may be, but, if you're going to have somebody as the President of the United States, and that is what Donald Trump is running for, you have to ask them these off-the-cuff statements and what they really mean and what they would really do. And then he can either say, hey, this is just a statement, I was just referring to the fact that we're going to be tough, I don't have any plans for worse than waterboarding, or yes, I do, and this is what it is. And then let the voters decide. This election is about the voters, not the media, even though the media does present things to the voters. It is about the voters.
Yeah, George Stephanopoulos asked him, he's like, well, so are we going to chop off their heads or something like that? I mean, that's as far as it went, and you almost got the sense that he was actually joking. So should we stop joking about Trump and actually start holding his feet to the fire?
I think we should hold his feet to the fire. Again, a President of the United States or Hillary Clinton being former Secretary of State, if she was asked about this, she would be held to account for it. And I think that they ought to ask that of Donald Trump as well.
All right. Thank you so much, Ellen.
Thank you.
And if you want to hear more media analysis on this week's top headlines, catch Media Buzz with Howard Kurtz, Sundays at 11 a.m. Eastern and again at 5 p.m. Eastern on the Fox News Channel. I'm Lauren Green, and thanks for watching.